This is episode number 88. The differences between a gym, personal trainer, and group training. Welcome everybody to another episode here in Body and Mind Transformation by Custom Body Fitness. This is your health coach Sandro Torres, and today I'm gonna compare the three different services. And why I'm comparing this is because I want you to understand the three completely different services. One is not better than the other one. It all depends what you need and what you need to pay. Some people are motivated, they're disciplined, and they have the knowledge, or they have a friend who can teach you how to tone their body and lose weight, so they only need to pay a gym, for example. Some people have the possibility of paying a personal trainer. They need the knowledge, they need the motivation, and then they need to learn how to become disciplined, and therefore personal training, it's a good choice. And then you have group training, which is a lot cheaper than personal training, and a little bit more than a gym. However, right here in the group training, you get all the benefits from all the benefits that you get from personal training. So, but you paying less money and you getting all the benefits. Of course, depending on the facility, depending on how well designed is the program in the group training. So I go over the difference between these three different services and which one fits you the best. So without even further introduction, let's listen to the differences of these services to see which one better fits your needs. At CBF, we know that for you to change your body, you need to change your mind. Exercise and eating healthy is only part of the plan. We care about our members as we care about our family, because our members become our family. It is not about competition, but support. It is not about being the strongest or the fastest, but about you defeating your negative self. It is about working together and making the task challenging and have fun. By the end, what matters is not how hard the session was, but that you take control of your mind so you can take control of your body. My name is Sandro Torres, and I'm happy you are part of our family. Welcome to Custom Body Fitness. Today I'm going to help you decide what is the best way to get the best results, either by doing it on your own, hiring a personal trainer, or joining a group training session, or doing classes. So let's begin by explaining to you a couple of things that are basics on everything. You have to keep in mind that the money that you pay for is what you get. If you pay for a gym, if you pay $30, $40, $70, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for a use of a facility, which is worth it. It's the value of that place. That's good. So don't compare personal training, group training, and the use of a gym, because they all have different prices, because you get different services. So once again, for the gym, you're getting only the use of the facility. If you do personal training, of course, the personal trainer is giving you all his attention. He's designing your program specific for you, and when he's training you. He's training you only. If you do a group training, of course, it's a lot more expensive than a gym, but it's a lot more cheaper than a personal trainer, because you're getting that whole package of a personal training. But now, instead of the personal trainer giving you that training a specific time for you alone, now he's given or she's given that attention to a group. So the price makes sense if we begin with that. I'm going to give you a little analogy. If you go to court, if you get into a trouble and you want to go to court, you pay for the court services, which is around $35, $40, or whatever is under $100, whatever paperwork you need to turn in and so on. But you only paying for the court itself. You can go defend yourself if you think you are capable of defending yourself. If you have all the evidence, if you have the knowledge, if you know the law, go defend yourself. You don't need to pay a lawyer. But if you don't want to lose the case and you don't know where to start, how to do it, and etc., you need to pay a lawyer. Now, the lawyer is not cheap. You have to pay a lot of money. But you pay for the services of the lawyer. You're not paying for the court alone. So the same thing is with personal training. Personal training, it's the services that you're paying for, not the use of the facility itself. So now that I tell you that, let's begin with the real deal. So let's talk about the gym. You're gonna be getting results if you go to the gym alone and you don't hire anybody. You don't need a professional to help you. Yes, you can get results, but there is a couple things that you have to keep in mind. First of all, you have to have the knowledge. It's not about going and exercise alone. Yes, you may lose some weight, but you may end up regaining that weight. You may end up losing muscle, losing carbohydrates, dehydrating yourself, and things like that, instead of getting a nice body. So it's not about going and exercise. It's about knowing what you're doing. Now, any exercise is better if you do it correctly than being sitting on the couch. So yes, if you go to the gym, it's better than not going to the gym. But don't expect the best results if you don't have the knowledge. So that's the first thing that you have to keep in mind. If you have the knowledge, if you have a friend, if you can follow me on Facebook, on YouTube, if you follow our programs, if you know what periodization means, if you know that you need to increase your weightlifting, if you know when you need to increase your weightlifting, you know what pains are you going to go through, you know what relapses are you going to go through, you know what to eat, and all that stuff, don't pay a professional. You have the knowledge. Why wasting your time? Go to the gym and exercise and get those results. But if you don't have the knowledge, you may need some help. Now, the other point that I want to mention is, do you have the motivation? If you have the motivation to go exercise, to go push yourself, to go to the next step, to go to push yourself to the limit, then go exercise alone. You don't need to waste your money and pay for a personal trainer or a group training session. You have the motivation, you have the knowledge. You don't need any help. You can go get those great results and transform your body. So don't waste your money, go to the gym. Okay? But the majority of people don't have the knowledge and don't have the motivation. Some people don't have the motivation. That's the reason why they need accountability. Because they know if somebody's them watching them, they're telling them what they're doing wrong and pushing them when they want to give up. That's why many people pay money, and it's nothing wrong with paying money to do that. A lot of professional boxers, football players, you name it, sport authorities out there, they pay a coach, and it's not because they don't know what they're doing. It's because they want the coach to see what they're doing wrong, and they want the coach to help them to push to the next limit so they can actually win whatever they're playing. So it's not something that you just pay because you have the extra money. It's helping you, it's adding value to your life. But once again, if you have the motivation, if you know what are you doing, you don't need to waste your money. Go train on your own and you'll get that body. That's how I started. I was lucky enough to have a friend who was a bodybuilder, and that he taught me a lot. But I was very disciplined to learn about how to do it, and I was very disciplined about pushing myself to the next level. That's how I became a personal trainer. A lot of people saw me training and they will ask me, like, are you training for something? Are you a fighter? Are you a boxer? Are you competing? Or are you a personal trainer? And I was nothing of that at that time. I wasn't a personal trainer. I was competing for nothing. Simply all I wanted, it was to transform my body. But I had that passion, that desire. I don't need anybody to push me in that point. So let's make that conclusion again, which I've been repeating through this whole video. If you have the motivation and you have the knowledge, don't pay for a personal trainer or group training program. You can go pay you $30, you $70, and go to the gym and save yourself some money. Let's go to the next one, which is personal training. If you hire a personal trainer, you're gonna pay a lot more money. You're gonna be spending between $900 to $1,200 a month. If you can afford that, it's worth it. It's worth it because you have somebody who's paying attention only to you. And the people who I recommend that need a personal trainer is people who needs that special attention, because it needs a program specific for such person, because it has limitations, or another reason why is because you want to have your personal trainer alone. Other than that, I recommend group training. Group training is such a great between a gym and a personal trainer. So let's talk about that. Also, keep in mind before I touch that point is that not all personal trainers are the same, just like any lawyer are not the same, any mechanic are not the same. Anything that you can think about, any professional, we all not are the same. Some we specialize on kettlebells, all of us. Some of us on Olympic training, some of us in sport training, or others in functionality, others in post-rehab, and so on. We specialize in weight loss. So every single personal trainer should be specializing in something. Now that I say that, not every single personal trainer does deliver the results that you're looking for. So what I recommend is find the best personal trainer in the area that you're looking for, and make sure that personal trainer, you have some connection with the person, because you're going to be making business with this person. You don't want to hire the best personal trainer when you two don't get along, so that's not going to be a good match. You want to find a personal trainer that you like, and that he or she likes you and know what are you looking for. And once you got that connection with your personal trainer, once again, because you're making a relationship, both of you are in business, and you want to walk and see that person, and you are happy with that person. You don't want to be seeing that person and not liking that person. So the two things that I recommend you look for when you hire a personal trainer or in a group training facility, because it's going to be the same thing, is make sure that person is going to deliver the results that you're looking for, and second, you like that personal trainer. Now let's go to the group training. Group training, I think, is the best thing that somebody come up with the idea about training in a group, because you're gonna get all the benefits of a personal trainer in a cheaper rate. In group training sessions, we're not talking about a class. Now a class is different. Zumba, for example, that's a class. Another thing, aerobic step is a class, and there is a lot of classes out there. There is the rip effect, and there is a lot of classes. Classes are not meant for you to progress. They're meant to give you a good workout, which is a complete. I'm not saying there's something wrong with it. It's good. You moving is something better. It's something good for you. But they're not made for you to do periodization. Periodization means that you need to step to the next level so your body changes. If your body doesn't go to the next level, it never changes. A session is when somebody keeps track of what are you lifting, what weights are you lifting, how much weight you lifting, when are you need to increase your weightlifting, how many repetitions are you doing, how long is it taking you, and blah blah blah, all those little details. Because by during 2 weeks or a month or 2 months, you need to improve. You need to break that cycle, and once you break that, your body transforms to the next level, and then everything starts again. We need to keep track of that. So when we're keeping track of that, every single time we're pushing you to the next level. A class doesn't do that. So keep in mind that a class and a session are completely different. Anyway, going back to the group training, when you get into a session, you get a lot of people training. So your personal training should be paying attention to all that people that are training. So usually for us, when we have 6 people, it's only one personal trainer. When we have 12 people, or more than, as you say, 6 people, we have 2 personal trainers training, because everybody needs that attention for you to progress. And it's that motivation, it needs that advice for them to do the good form. And also, we need to make sure they're doing the right resistance. Now, keeping track of your goals, keeping track of the things that you eat, and keeping track of the exercises that you do, and keeping track of the weight that you're lifting, keeping track of your motivation, keeping track of your relapses. Everything of that enters into a group training session. Of course, it's not in the session itself, but it's within the whole plan, and that's what gives you result. So you're paying for all those services. You're not paying for a gym, you're paying for us to deliver results. So if you don't have the motivation and you need somebody to help you ignite your motivation, it's important that you pay either a personal trainer or join a group training setting program. If you don't know what you're doing, it's important that you hire a personal trainer or join a group training program. Anything of that is going to give you the knowledge, but once again, find the person that is going to deliver the results and is committed to you, just like you're going to commit to them and going to sign a contract. They should be committed to you and make sure that you get in those results. Okay, so now let's go over the 3 things and let's see what's better for you. What's the best way for you to get those weight loss results? If you are motivated, if you know what are you doing, join a gym. You are gonna get those results. If you are a special case and you need a program designed only for you and you need motivation, then hire a personal trainer. Now it's going to be a little bit more expensive for you. You can talk to your personal trainer, see if you can do less sessions a week, and then you can do it on your own. But most people relapse because they don't have, once again, the discipline to push themselves to get those results. But you can do that. You can talk to your personal trainer. That's the other thing. And the best thing that you can do, if you don't have the motivation, or you have the motivation but you don't know what you're doing, or you know what you're doing and you don't have the motivation, and you need accountability, you need somebody to be checking you and make sure that you push to the next level so you can transform your body, what I recommend you do is join a group training setting. So you're going to get results in the 3 of them. All depends where you are, how much money you want to spend, and how much motivation and knowledge do you need. Okay? I hope this video helps you to understand the difference between those 3 settings, and you make the right decision for you and get the results you want. Remember, you're getting what you're paying for. You're getting a great service when you hire a personal trainer or when you do a group training program. When you pay in a gym, you also get to use the gym, but you're paying for that. Anyway, that's it. If you have any questions, please comment on the video. If you any comments that you have, please comment in the video and share this with your friends, because your friends also need some advice for them to make the right decisions when it's about their fitness and their health and their weight loss goals. And this video will help them to decide either join a gym, hire a personal trainer, or get into the group training setting. So real quick, the summary is, if you motivated, if you are disciplined and you have the knowledge, don't waste your money. Go to the gym, get it done on your own terms. You can go at any time and get your workout done and get the results. Just be patient. If you have the money to spend in personal training and you need the knowledge, you need the discipline and the motivation, then hire a personal trainer. And I recommend you do that for several years so you get to your goal. If it's not possible and you can only purchase a package and use the package for the whole year, just make sure you learn everything you need to learn in that time so you become independent. At the same time, you have to become disciplined, and you need to be motivated once again to save money and become independent. Keep in mind that on top of that, you still have to pay the gym services. And lastly, the group training, which I think is the best. The group training, I believe, is what you need, because that's something that is a little bit more expensive than a gym, and a lot more cheaper than personal training, getting the same benefits if the program is well designed, if you hire a good group instructor or a good facility, a good group training setting that is going to give you all the results. I think that's the bet. If you're not motivated, you don't have the knowledge, and you also need to become disciplined, and you need people around you to motivate you, that's your best choice. So there you have it. Hopefully with this, it clears up your mind, so you know what service should you be hiring to get those results. Thank you so much for continuing following us. Please share this, and like always, my message is to stay mentally and physically healthy and close to God, and we're gonna tune in the next episode.